For each question, you will have an equation. And my example, I have y equals to x plus 1. For each question, you need table of values. X, y, and table of values. I like to start with 0. Once you have 0, whatever number you have after x will be your answer. Instead of x, let's write down 0 plus 1. That will give you 1. When x is 0, y would be 1. And the next number I would like to pick is 1. Let's change the color for that. When x is 1 plus 1, y would be 2. When x is 1, y would be 2. And those are your coordinates. And where is 0, 1? 0 is here, 1 is there. So your first point is here. Where is 1, 2? 1 is there, 2 is there. Your second point is here. You just put them together. Now let's do another example. With another example, y equals to 1 divided by 3x and minus 1. Now, how do we graph this? You're going to start with table of values first. X, y, as usual. And when x is 0, y would be minus 1. Now, when you have fraction, you need to pick up the x as not 1. Next number I want to pick up is 1, but it's not going to help here. Next number I want to pick up is the one that's the same as this one. So or the power of that one. So I can pick up number 3. I can pick up power of that, number 6. I can pick up number 9. But I need to pick up the number that's the same as the divided number here, whatever it is. So I'm going to pick up number 3. And let's calculate. When x is number 3, in this case, 1 time 3 divided by 3 will give you 1. And you got negative 1 here, minus 1. The total will be 0. So when x is 3, y is 0. And let's change the color. So those are your coordinates. 0 minus 1 is right here. 0 minus 1 is right here. And 3, 0 is 3, 0 is right here. And now my line is like that. Okay, now let's do one more example. 3x plus 10. Okay, how we do this? Table of values, x, y. Let's start with 0, right? We like the number 0. When x is 0, so you're going to get whatever number you have here, which is 10. But look at the graph you are working on. 0, 10, where is it? You can't find it. This is too big. You can't graph this equation in this case. Yes, you can, just not with 0 and 10. X 0. This used to be working with all the examples with it, but not this time. So, what number I need here? 1 doesn't work. 0 doesn't work. How about 1? Let's try 1. This used to be 0 and you got 10. And now I'm going to try number 1. When x is 1, that means 3 times 1.
You have to use negative.
Thank you. 13. The total will be 13, but you are going up. It's going further, far from the graph lines that's given to us here. So you need a number that's less than 0. So you need a negative number. How about negative 1? Does that help? If this is a negative 1, use your calculators. 3 times minus 1 is negative 3 plus 10 will give you 7. This still doesn't help. I don't see the number 7 here. So I'm going to use a different number here. So I'm going to go further down. Let's try negative 2. So x, y, very ugly one. So let's try minus 2. When x is minus 2, negative 6 plus 10 is 4. That works. So this is one of the points. But I need one more. And I'm going to go further down with minus 3. When x is minus 3, 9 times minus 3. I'm sorry, that's the answer. 3 times 3 minus 3 is minus 9. Minus 9 plus 10 will give you a regular 1. That is also okay. Now I just figure out my coordinates. I am fine. I can graph this. Yes, it's a teamwork. So negative 2 is on the x line. Please remember the first one. It does say here these are definitely x's. Don't look at the y lines. On the x line, minus 2 is right here. 4 is right there. So this is your first point. And minus 3 is right here. And 1 is right there. This is your second point. And you put them together nicely using ruler, not like me. You'll be fine.